Hi Pirates! This video is going to show you exactly what you're going to get with your toolkit when you pick up your clay and your toolkit on Wednesday or Friday. Your toolkit will come in a simple brown bag, and don't expect a large amount of tools. These are just basics to get you going in the ceramics classroom. So first of all, and probably most important, you'll receive a quality pin tool. Now these will have a plastic protection on them so you don't get stuck when you get them out of the toolkit, but you will use this on many, if not all, of your projects as you're working with ceramics. You will receive two sculpting tools, and not all of them are exactly alike, so if you see these two and you get different ones, there's nothing I can do about it. There's a wide variety of shapes and sizes when I order these, but you'll get two of the sculpting tools. And then finally, you'll get a sponge, which is so important in everything that we do, from making sure your projects stay wet or moist, or cleaning up small messes that you have while you're working. But that is a basic toolkit. Along with your basic toolkit, you will need to set up a space that you can work from home. In the last couple of videos, I worked on a piece of cardboard, and if that is what you have, that's great. Just have a good solid piece of cardboard that you can work on. This keeps your tabletops or whatever you have in your house or apartment fairly free of clay, and you can clean up fairly easy. Now this is a piece of wallboard or sheetrock. This works well to work with clay simply because the sheetrock is plaster and will absorb the moisture, and your projects will not stick, much like the parchment paper. So if you have a piece of sheetrock laying around your garage, you can cut it into a small square and it will work well. This is a fairly large piece. I use it for drying pieces. You can go with smaller pieces, but that works well also. And then finally, this is an old drawing board that I have, and I work on this quite often when I do hand building techniques. So you can use an old piece of plywood or something else that would allow you to work with clay. But whether it be cardboard, sheetrock, or a piece of plywood, you need to have something you can work on, a surface you can work on, because if you work on a slick surface like a glass table or a wood table, your clay will stick, and I'm sure your family won't be too impressed with the mess that you make. As far as tools that you'll receive, you can add some tools just from things from around the house. Now here are some examples. I usually like to keep my tools that I work with in clay in something simple. I have a green Solo cup that I can store tools. Here are some ideas as far as tools that you can have or make at home. A simple tongue depressor works well to shape and smooth out surfaces. A smaller popsicle stick does the same thing, only you have a little bit more control over things. You can even sharpen these with sandpaper or something of that nature to model your own tools. You will see me demonstrate a lot of techniques just using a simple number 2 pencil. Okay, simple number 2 pencil. This is a Ticonderoga, but any pencil will do. This is a bamboo skewer that I use on the barbecuer, but it works well for incising lines, much like the pencil, but it gives you a little bit more a fine tip to it. And then simple things like plastic knives, forks, and even spoons can help you with textures, with smoothing things out. You'll find that a lot of the tools that are possible are just things that you can find around your household. And then finally, if you have a small water spray bottle, this helps you to keep your projects fairly moist and workable as they're drying out. You'll find if you let your clay dry too much, you will not be able to use it very well. So a spray bottle works well, or you can use the sponge that is provided in your toolkit. And this spray bottle can be something from, like this is from the dollar store. I have a small spray bottle like this. Anything will work well. Now, those are just some tools that are possible just from household items. So be creative as far as how you will work with clay, and just accumulate a toolkit for yourself. So that is an introduction into the tools that we will use in ceramics. Some other items that you use in ceramics, other than tools, are things that you'll need to either store clay or keep it moist, or you'll see what I'm talking about. When you receive your clay, when you pick it up on Wednesday or Friday, it will be bagged, but it's also a good idea to have an extra plastic bag that you can double bag it. As much as you can, you want to keep your projects and your clay that you're not using as moist as possible. If you let it dry out, it's going to be hard to work with, and you'll have to spend some effort to recycle it again. So any type of plastic bag. This comes from the grocery store. This is a Target bag, but it's good to have plastic bags around. When you work with clay, you will always be working with water to make sure the clay sticks to various projects when you add things to it. So it's good to have a bowl that you can have water in. And it will be good to have a bucket that you can put all your extra scrap clay into, because the clay that you don't use that dries out can be recycled. You don't have to throw it away. So it's good to have something that you can store the extra clay that you did not use but has dried out in a location that can be recycled.